iRacing's GT3 series goes to Fuji Speedway, a Herman Tilke-drome, but it's in Japan. Nestled in the foothills of Mount Fuji, this circuit has plenty of beautiful views and awesome scenery, and quite a few very difficult corners in this third sector. This sector here is what separates the men from the boys, the haves from the have-nots, and the me from the rest of the field, and not in the right direction, unfortunately. Now, the Porsche is very strong around here, especially since they have recently redid the balance of power. I will show that in just a moment, but again, it just handles these very flowy corners really well. And I happen to really enjoy this circuit. I wish participation was a bit higher, and for that reason, this isn't the sweatiest of races, but here's the BOP that's been changed mid-season. You see the Porsche lost a little bit of weight and gained a little bit of power, and maybe a little bit more drag as well, but who cares? The car handles very well. Let's get into it. Hey guys, it is Jordan here, and we are back at Fuji for another GT3 sprint race. We've qualified 8th in this one. We have a Lamborghini that has placed themselves up in P2. Pretty much the rest of the field is all Porsches. So, we'll fit right in. Okay, so don't know if this is going to be the smoothest start. Everybody's really weaving here. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get left behind. Alright, here we go. We're all formed up. 8th on the grid. And away we go. Kind of a late jump, but if we get a small shove here from Anthony, it is appreciated. We're actually... Are we clear? Yeah, we're clear to the inside. Hard on the gas in order to pick up another place off the start. So we move up to 6th. Really good start then. Alright, so we gotta leave the room, otherwise we get killed. As always. Always gotta leave the room. People always put their nose in where it doesn't belong.
That's off track.
What's up, man?
Test early on the seat. There's my mute button, okay. I haven't been in the Porsche in a while, so I just had to find it. Alright, not a bad first lap at all. So we gained 2 places, although I'm sure Federico will likely have something to say about that. In the meantime, we just want to keep the slipstream from the guys ahead as much as we can down this very long straight. And also just make sure we keep the car underneath us because you know how Porsches are. They do like to get a little sideways. It's just not even a smart move, honestly, but that's fine. Like, if you know that you're better than me through there, or more aggressive or whatever, just be more better than me on exit. Because there's a very heavy braking zone coming up where you can, for sure, take advantage of it. But no, let's go slower through the corner that compromises us both and makes it almost impossible for you to complete the pass. Good job. Like, patience is completely optional, I guess. But at least we're with the top 7 here. We're running away with things. 8th place and beyond, not really keeping ground. So. I bet he's gonna send it here. I'm just trying to get a later exit, it seems. They didn't time it right or something, I don't know. I really hate when I spend an entire week racing something that's fun, but it, you know, doesn't go well. IMSA did not go well this week at all, and I feel like, damn, I should have been doing Fuji GT3s the entire time. I feel like I've been missing out. That was a pretty quick lap as well, so hopefully we can just add on to it as we get more and more comfortable. It's nice to see the Porsche back, but it is very much back. And wide. Okay. Or back in the day, I think it was around here. No, those these yellow curbs that they used to give you steering damage. I just did not have a good final sector there. Still a pretty okay lap overall. 39.0 is what we're working on here. We're keeping ground with Ronald, who does seem to be losing time to Reese. And Federico hasn't gone anywhere, so he's still very much in our wake. Now we're nice and closed up to Ronald. So a slight improvement on our personal best, just barely. And Ronald pulling us down the straight a little bit more, so we could be competitive for a top 5. Alright, I'm just gonna let him go for it. There's no real point. You see, again, it's just so difficult for him to complete the move. You can flash your lights. I really don't care, Federico. I mean, I don't know what you expect me to do. Pull over for you. Complete the move. I don't know what to tell you. Unless he's flashing a light saying, good defense, good racing. But that's not usually the case. People at the end of the race will use lights in that manner to say good race. Not always, though. It's not what I'm getting here from Federico, honestly, as he's kind of probably feels stuck behind me. Good job, Federico. I didn't defend, I lifted, I backed out of it, I gave you the apex, and you screwed it, so come on, guy. We gotta work on your overtaking. Yeah, keep flashing, my friend. It's literally a skill issue. Again, I don't know what you want me to do, but I am not gonna pull over for you. I'm just driving my car like you are. And this time he's gonna get it done. And now we're gonna keep the pressure on him, I think. He could be faster than us, but he hasn't proven it up to this point. He's got one corner where I could say he's got an advantage on us. Is this one. But if he drives away, then alright. And definitely, he was always quicker than us, so we were really holding him up. Little slide. Porsche handles this section really well, though. The driver didn't. I could say that much. 38.6 from Federico. Alright, I guess he is quick. He needs to work on his overtaking then. If you're going to be that fast, but you can't make an overtake on somebody you're like 3 or 4 tenths a lap quicker than, I don't know what to tell you. Couple that with a bad start. I mean, he could be up there running with the leaders. I'm trying to wheel it, man. I really was. I could hear the tires and I could feel the car disagreeing, but I was hoping I could still get the car to get through the corner. Oh, that was bumpy. Oh yeah, do we? Kind of car? Oh, it's a lap car. Hey.
Car there, buddy.
Okay. That was almost an unsafe rejoin. Right into me. Alright, well, Federico, much quicker than me, so I guess that settles that, doesn't it? But yeah, if we just have a pretty good pit stop, and maybe we find a 10th or 2 somewhere, that'd be lovely. We're gonna blame this slow lap on that Mustang, so it way too deep. Fuck, dude, the way that Federico just completely drove away from me is sad. I start doing this thing where I just start overdriving, you know, just hoping I can get more rotation, brake a little bit later, etc., and just it gets worse. Instead of sticking to what I know, stick to what you know. Look at this. Nice and steady. Nice and steady. Yeah. Much better. Ronald staying out. It's interesting. So did Federico. Ugh. Tough pit lane to gauge where to actually stop.
Okay, punch it.
Okay, and as we rejoin, it just seemed like I was stationary for too long. I feel like I came to a stop before Reese, and then Reese drove away before I did, so I was 6 seconds down the road. I think he was only 4 around the pit stop phase, so I really did to figure out what the hell is wrong with my pit stops. I think I stopped in the box okay, but obviously I don't know what I'm doing wrong because this happens every single time. Okay, hopefully we didn't lose any places. Can't imagine anyone else staying out an extra lap beyond this one. And there's Ronald rejoining, actually. I do think we have a spare lap of fuel. So that part is probably where somebody like Reese had that quicker stop. But I'd rather have too much than not enough. However, 1.6 to Ronald, and I think we can close that up. Just enough to get slipstream, but whether or not it's going to be easy, well, I know it's not. And we're giving it our all. I think we have 2 laps remaining, I believe. And we're not closing enough, but we're staying in distance. Nah, not so much. Lost about a couple tenths there. Just I can't get the grip out of it, unfortunately. So I think Ronald might get away with this one. Unless he's willing to make a mistake, or I just figure out how to get back to the 38s. White flag? No, there's going to be another lap, actually. So we are appropriately... Oh, it is white flag. I can't count. Never mind. I'm an idiot. White flag. So we are still 1.8 behind. We're just a little far behind, but we got some cars up ahead that are lap traffic. So they could, I suppose, make this interesting. Hopefully they don't, honestly. I don't want them to impact anything, but they would be racing for a position. That looked nice. I think that felt really nice, too. If we just don't brake for this next braking zone, we might be able to catch him. Now, Todd does move out of the way. So, nothing doing there, which is good. Again, don't really want, I don't want the lap traffic to interfere with the race like that. We're gonna go ahead and bring this one home in 7th. Car number 6 finishing in 7th. There's really no better way to put it than that. Car number 6 finishing in 7th. Wow. Like poetry. That was fun. You know, I think I'm actually quite pleased with how this one played out. It's really good racing overall.
Great job. You did
And yeah, it's a shame I just didn't have anything for Ronald.